Glory be to the highest creator of all things. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to or welcome back to Anonnie's Temple. Welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess for the prophecy reading. You can call me Anonnie. I'm feeling particularly quiet on this day. Like, I don't want to tell too many secrets. I don't want to give too many details. But I did want to come on here and just see if the cards did have anything that they wanted to share with you on this day. So thank you for joining me. Thank you to the A1 Day Ones who have been here since the beginning, who have been here through the many revisions of this channel. Thank you all for being here. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome to the temple. If you're new here, you can call me Anonnie. I am a tarot reader, channeler, and intuitive for divine source and God consciousness energy. And I feel here like there's a secret that you're keeping, and I think that's okay. And I also feel here like maybe divine Eight of Swords and protection. I feel like the secret that you're keeping, you want to protect it, and I feel like it is already inherently protected, but maybe you're just doing your due diligence to make sure that you don't let any outside energies kind of try to get too much of their eyes on the situation here. And it has to do with love. It has to do with love and having a family, and everybody who has the right to have a family or to be in love, okay? That's what I feel like this is. Didn't I say the right to have a family and to be in love? Hold on. Blessings, excuse me. Yeah, that's a blessing on this. Everybody has the right to love and to be in love and to get married. And I feel here this is like official documentation to get married. I feel here like it is significant during this time to trust in how numbers naturally play themselves out over time. So I feel here like it's good to have some patience here, and I think that there's no reason to rush. It's this energy of like, when you feel like you've been waiting for someone your whole life, and then they finally show up, so to speak, or the two of you have connected. And in some ways, it's like it moves so quickly at the beginning because you've been waiting for each other for such a long period. But I feel here like now that you've met and now that the connection is established or there, or now that the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, now that you're on the timeline, there's no rushing it. Like, allow it to unfold as it is meant to be. Okay? I feel here like they want you to indulge in love, like, indulge in the first phase of love where you meet and you don't even realize how important this person will be to you over the rest or over the rest of your lifetime or over the rest of the time you share together. Like, allow the love to process, allow it to process and to grow. Knight of Swords. Priest and enamored sticking out there with justice too again. Knight of Swords. Yes, there is a lot of like untamed energy here, or like a lion that's been put in a cage, so to speak, and he kind of feels like he's ready to break out, ready to be on the pursuit. Ice King. This person could be very cerebral. Whoever the masculine is in this energy, or just place the Ice King how they resonate for you. This is someone who's been quite cerebral, or someone who has been planning their moves strategically, but they have actually been moving, I feel, quite quick here in their pursuit of you. This could also seem like maybe you're having an intellectualized conversation with someone and it goes very deep very quickly. That's the energy I'm getting here. Like, this person, divination. What's that? What's that about? Ten of Wands and Priest. What's this about divination? Entity attachment. Oh. Enamored. What is this? And Seven of Cups. That is strange. Something different is coming out here. A different energy is showing themselves, Priest 10 of Wands, as this Ice King. Who is this? Who is this Ice King? Who is this Ice King? A boss. What the fuck is that? A boss? A nice guy? Who is this Ice King? Earth Angel. That's weird. So what's going on with the divination here? Why is there an entity attachment with this divination? Clarify divination and entity attachment, Most High. Trusted. What the hell? That's bizarre. This is a bit peculiar. There is an entity here who is connected to either, I don't know, what the fuck? There's an entity here who has in some ways already shown you this person and what they've been doing or how they feel about you. It's a bit bizarre to see this entity come through and tell you that you can trust it. Seven of Cups and enamored. In some ways, it's almost like there was an entity or there was a non-physical force that is low vibrational but still of benevolence to you, that intentionally maybe kept things clouded or kept things a bit secretive regarding someone's affections towards you. This is bizarre. Show me this trusted. Why would this entity be trusted? Why would you trust this entity? That's too many. Can we try again? There's a health concern. Show me. Okay. Confusion. Look at how that came out again. It's like you trusted this entity to confuse you. Show me. Surprise. What the hell? Thank you. High Priestess. Mature man. Too many. Unexpected money and actual money. What in the world? There was some type of a trickster spirit, I'm going to tell you. And I feel here, I'm hearing like still commissioned by God, so to speak. I feel like I feel here like you are someone who may do divination or you have some type of connection to receiving downloads about a prophecy or about your future or about what's about to come in for you. There has been a trickster spirit who was commissioned by Source, okay, to distract you from some type of being like too enamored with someone, or maybe having too much of a fantasy about someone. There's a mature man that's here who's a boss, or they're simply a leader in their field, so to speak. And then there's a high priestess who's an earth angel. Oh, he's a priest too. The both of you are. Five of Swords, the Hierophant, and divine guidance. There's something interesting here where it may have seemed like to the both of you, because I still feel like I'm reading a couple here. It may have seemed like to the both of you, you were both very concerned about your union or how you would come together, maybe even to the point where the both of you in your respective timelines, what have you, we're really doing a lot of divination, or you were a bit obsessed with trying to figure out the details of how the two of you would come together. A priest and a high priestess here, a spiritual union. And I feel here like maybe there was a guide with this Ice King energy here as an Archangel Michael presence, but there was some type of guide or non physical being that maybe you felt was bullying you or keeping things from you, Five of Swords, or being, how do I say, like tricking you, messing with you, so that you wouldn't be able to see this divine union coming. But I feel here that happened for the both of you, and you still do. We have the North Node and the Ten of Cups. Okay? It's giving this energy of like you were complaining to your guides or you were complaining to the Most High about who your partner is or about the divine guidance that you are receiving. And I feel like now you're ready to witness and to believe in maybe redirection actually being the direction you had to go in. Like you're ready to see now this union come to fruition. The Hanged Man reversed in the Ace of Cups is like, I know what I want. I know what I'm going after. I know what I'm looking for. Like someone, I don't know what happened here, but there was some type of entity that was keeping you stuck in this feeling like maybe you were caged and that you would never be able to get out, or that you were confined to a particular lifestyle that didn't include this love that you really want, this family, this union. And I feel here like that was the entity tricking you. Okay. And I feel here like it may have even tricked you so much so that you weren't pulling the specific divine guidance you were looking for, the confirmation you were looking for through tarot or through divination. It's because it had to be a surprise for you. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, stuck. Intuitive Kev in the reverse. You were really stuck. Healer, interesting. There's this peculiarity here where it seems like you, Divine Collective, were stuck or stagnant in this trickster spirit that was always convincing you how you had to continue to heal. But when you're in the mindset, the Hanged Man energy here, that you need to consistently heal, there will always be things which emerge that you need to heal from. Like the psyche is so deep, it is endless. The brain is always recording everything through your senses. It's an empty landscape. It's a black hole, so to speak. You can excavate into what you need to heal for all of eternity. And really, that's what we do as we reincarnate, right? But I feel here like you've come to learn that the pursuit of life is not always to just look at what is wrong and to try to fix it or to try to heal it. And you were stuck in this mindset that you had to keep healing in order to be in this love. Now you know that you don't, and that was what was keeping you stuck. Message. Ooh, somebody surprised. Show me this surprised by this message, and then I'm gonna let this go. Protection. Show me the surprise message. Page of Pentacles and travel. That sounds nice. Unblocked. Yes, so you've become unblocked. And I feel like I'm speaking to earth sign dominant energies here because the dynamic is something that often shows up in earth heavy natal charts. Like the balance between inertia and keeping things in motion versus overexhaustion. That's what I'm getting here. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like being a labor horse or being like some type of bull and working so hard, but then not taking the time that the bull needs to heal or to rest. Interesting. Okay. Emotional pain. And self-love. Yes, so you have made it through this dark night of the soul, so to speak, or the intrinsic process of learning more of who you are by really processing what has broken your heart in the past. And then you got stuck in this healing energy of needing to heal this emotional pain and heal what happened with this person, that person 10 years ago, the person from 20 years ago, the person from 2 minutes ago. Like, I feel like you were in this perpetual cycle of highlighting emotional pain so that you can alchemize it and transmute it into self love. But I feel here like your self love and your healing capacities have grown so much that they have expanded to someone coming in to love you too. And to love you as someone who is a healer, but not someone who always has to be healed. Moving on. You may be moving in with this person soon. Protection in Two of Cups, okay? Think you're going to protection in trash box. Okay. And starseed protection. So you have cosmic family who are making sure that you're not going to end up with some trash box type of a person or just a clown or someone who just does not have any authenticity to who they are. They just regurgitate shit. Okay? So you're not going to end up with someone who's just a clown with a painted face. Like, you'll be with someone who is naturalistic, I'm hearing. Okay? All right. I'm going to try one other deck just to see if there are any more details about who this person is to you. And then I'm going to close this out. The Magician. Yeah, this person is a magician. The both of you are. Okay? Both of you are magicians. It's like a witch and a warlock living together, or a priest or a high priest and a high priestess living together. There's just like, I'm just seeing a lot of cultivation happening between the two of you. Okay. Is there anything else that the masculine wants to say here? Let me clear this out. So I feel like there's a bit too much energy here. Still curious about this entity attachment, though, that was keeping you imprisoned. You know, and it's like in some ways trying to be so definitive about the future through divination or through tarot wasn't giving a lot of wiggle room for this energy to just come in as they are. Okay? But I feel like this is run its course. Let's see what else. Let's take this out. Okay. All right. What else can you show me, Most High? Yeah, Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Like, that energy is very prominent here. Five of Swords and the Devil. It really is. You know, I'm getting something here about High Priestess in the reversed and the Devil. Interesting. There's okay. And then Temperance. Whoever this message is for, I want to let you know that what is being called to you now is to be of it rather than to spiritually read about it now. Because it just seems like, how do I say this here? I feel here like you no longer need the training wheels of tarot. That's what I feel here. I feel here like you can alchemize. I feel like you can transmute energy. You're showing up as a priest or a high priestess, and you are in alignment with your divine counterpart who is of such a high spiritual rank that it's like the two of you alchemize together. I feel here like tarot has served its purpose for whoever this message is for, and you can now be more self-reliant, and not only just reliant on your own self, but now Most High has even blessed you, Achu. The Most High has even blessed you with a spiritual divine counterpart. for you to practice spirituality in a new way. And I feel here like that will take up more space in your life, and divination or tarot will begin to take up less because your divination will be received through new avenues and new ways now that you are in divine partnership. Okay? 10 of Pentacles on the money. All right? Anything else about how the masculine or the priest is feeling? And then we'll go to the feminine. This one. Ace of Pentacles. So he's feeling generous, ready to give, and ready to build with you. Very nice. Page of Cups. I feel here like this is a masculine energy who is chivalrous. That's what I'm getting here. Like, I feel here like this is a man who's generous and he can be very giving. And I feel here it's because of priest, he understands spiritually how abundance resides within the feminine energy. I feel here this is a man who will say something like, when you give to a woman, it's never a loss. You'll always receive it back in abundance. And so he's ready to give to you. Five of Wands in the reverse. There's no competition anymore. Strength. Oh, shit. Strength over here on top of the devil. Strength on top of the devil. Two of Cups. Wow. With the Knight of Cups and the Judgment. Wow. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do here is talk about the feminine, but I'm going to finish this out about the masculine. I feel here like the masculine did go through a bit of, you know, I'm hearing like a decade or so, but he did go through some years where maybe he practiced black magic, or so to speak, or maybe he was into some hedonistic practices that had to do with occultism, some things like this. Okay. But I don't think he's about this lifestyle anymore. Okay. Give me a second here. Because the strength came out on top of the devil and the entity attachment to show that he's kind of overcome this as a temptation. Okay. There is something that he's kind of keeping to himself, just a little bit of anxiety about where he's been, or maybe some of the ways that he used to behave. But he's moved on from it. He's moved on from it. And I feel like he's found a sense of compassion for himself because of some of the things that he used to do. I am getting a little bit of energy here, like maybe he could have been very easily influenced by friends or by people around him. Okay. But again, I see that he has moved on from this. The decision he's made is to love you. Knight of Cups to the Judgment here. Final messages, masculine, the Tower. Oh, the Tower, Knight of Wands. Maybe he's a bit shocked at how attracted to you he is. Two of Pentacles, how well the two of you get together. Nine of Wands, King of Cups. He is surprised. 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Fool, and I'm going to stop there. This masculine is a bit surprised at how easily the two of you can exchange emotional intelligence. Like emotionally attuned conversations. 9 of Wands and the King of Cups is giving me someone, a masculine, who has been emotionally manipulated at times by the people that he has given affections to. And I think what happens for him was when he started to see how people around him were manipulating him emotionally because he could be so caring, he started to feel like 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Like maybe family isn't for me. He started to feel like maybe there isn't a specific partner, wife, or a partner out there for him. Maybe he started to feel like he missed that time in his life where he could have had children and had a family. But there's something about you, the Lovers and the Fool. There's something about how you make this person feel hopeful for that life. It's like he feels like it's okay. It is a risk with the Fool energy here, but he feels like this is a risk to actually open the door as it presents itself, this door of opportunity to have a family with you. I feel like he wants to take it. Okay? Was that it, masculine? The Wheel of Fortune. That's a yes. He wants to take it. Six of Wands. It's a victory for him. Okay. Let's see how the feminine feels, and then I'm going to close this out. Okay. Judgment. Let's see how the feminine feels about the masculine here. How does the High Priestess Earth Angel feel about the masculine? She feels like she's been waiting on him. She feels like she's been waiting for a while. And I feel like it could have even caused some depression or upset for her, but she's very excited and happy now that they are together. The Sun and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so she does want the Knight of Cups offer masculine. She feels like communicating with you is like good news. She likes to hear from you. How does the feminine feel? Okay, so masculine. First thing I'm going to do is let you know that the feminine has said no to another prospect because she's interested in you. We had can you see it there? No, you can't see it. Hold on. There we go. We had the Three of Pentacles come out in the reversed and the Death energy come out on top of an Ice King. So there has been some type of an Ice King in your feminine's life who she has seen as a colleague or who she has worked closely with. And she has ended this connection or relationship in favor for you. Just to let you know, Knight of Cups and the Five of Swords, like your feminine went through something where there could have been like a professional relationship where a boundary was crossed and she was just like, no. Death energy, no. Okay. Feminine energy, show me, how do you feel about this mature man? How do you feel about the masculine here? The Two of Cups. Eight of Cups. So I feel here like she's ready to leave behind a particular time in her life too. King of Pentacles, there he is. Eight of Wands. She could even be the Page of Wands and Justice. I feel here like she is actually desiring communication from this mature man, offering for her to move with him or for her to travel with him. She wants this. Nine of Wands. Ace of Wands in the reverse. The Lovers and the Fool. I wonder why the Ace of Wands is in the reversed. Justice, Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands. Give me a second. Two kids. I'm going to fix this. Nine of Wands to the Ace of Wands in the reversed. Then we have the King of Pentacles that's at the 8, and then we have the 9 over here, but the Wand is in the reversed. Let me tell you, masculine. Let me just grab one more. King of Wands. They're telling me to look at the symbology. Okay, so give me a second here. There's something showing up here with the feminine and like sexual attraction with men. There's something showing up here like she wants to actually move towards a masculine energy who's a King of Pentacles. He is stable. It's like he has been able to create something for himself. He has carved out a career for himself, or he works for himself. Whatever it is, like she is looking for this King of Pentacles as this lover, and she's willing to move towards him. And there's an interesting dynamic here where it's like suitable patriarchy. Like she doesn't mind that he is the head of the household here, but there's something showing up here about like attraction. Because the Ace of Wands is in the reverse, then we have the King of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Give me a second so I can receive it. King of Cups and the Moon. They're I know I'm trying to read for the feminine, but the masculine is saying here something like he doesn't want it to be too sexy too soon. Or like the interest in you is not just for sex. The Eight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Fool is like, no, I am looking for love, a union, a partnership, a friend, a best friend, and a lover, and someone who I am attracted to. Can you show me anything else here, feminine? Eight of Swords. Show me feminine. The feminine, oh, this is what I can say to masculine. The feminine may be a bit nervous that you're not attracted to them. So masculine, even though you're showing up as a King of Wands and a Nine of Wands, meaning like you're out of breath, you're feeling a bit like hot and heavy. I don't think that she necessarily sees that. And so, masculine, my advice here would perhaps be to be somewhat more expressive in a loving way, your attraction that you have for the feminine. Okay? Because with the Ace of Wands in the reversed and the Eight of Swords, she doesn't even know if you see her that way. Okay? Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's what you need to do, masculine. Okay, masculine, you need to show some form of like romantic interest. Okay, doesn't need to be too hot and heavy, even if you may be feeling that way, but there needs to be something here that is a gesture of unique interest. So not just politeness, not just friendliness, like a Knight of Cups. Like I am like it cannot be misinterpreted that I'm attracted to you, that I'm asking you out. Okay? That's what the feminine needs. Four of Cups. Oh gosh. That's what the feminine needs because I don't know why, but she's kind of sitting in Four of Cups energy. Like, I don't know what he wants or what he's looking for. Is this Knight of Cups even coming? Okay. All right, I want to close this out, please. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. It is. It's coming. Mm. The Sun. You see Two of Swords. That's what I thought. Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Wow, they told me that they want Dragon Tarot too, but I don't think I'm going to read that much this sunrise. What time is it? Yeah, it's 11:11 a.m. Thank you, Divine. What I'm going to say here is I feel like it's like the two people in this couple, they're kind of like so intuitive. They don't know where one person begins and the other person ends. That's what I'm get the feeling that I'm receiving here. Like you're getting downloads about them, but they're getting downloads about you. But then when you speak, it's like you're speaking what each other is already thinking or feeling. I feel like what I'm seeing here is like The feminine may have a particularly harsh inner critic or harsh inner voice. And so when she pulls divination or when she engages in like occult practices, it's because she's looking for a positive aspect or the positive side of what is happening to counterbalance this inner critique that she has or this inner critical voice that she has, masculine. So I think that you should get to stepping. Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I think that you should get to stepping and tell this feminine, like, I see you as someone who is so unique and so intriguing and fascinating and beautiful. And I'd like to be the man or the partner in your life. Ace of Pentacles. Do you want to build with me? Okay. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, let's do final messages and then we are out of here. Thank you all for joining me on this day at the Temple of the High Priestess. Protection and Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. I think Dragon Tarot's in the other room, so I don't think I'm going to get it. Let me, then I'll do the final messages with the Macabre deck. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you can show me about the lovers here? Final messages, please. I'm hearing grass monkey, that funky chunky. Yeah, so we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse with the Tower. So catastrophizing, imagining things in their worst outcome, it's not going to do you any good. Imagining your greatest fears taking place with this love will never happen. Those greatest fears will not happen. So I feel here like there's a breaking a barrier or breaking that imprisonment of what that devil energy put you in. The fear of like being truly seen and deeply and intimately known. For your fears, for your greatest wishes, for the desires of your heart and what you want, and allowing someone to fulfill that for you. I think that the anxiety is mirrored on both of your ends because I just see here like the two of you are very yin and yang. So I feel here there's nothing for you to be worried or anxious about. No catastrophizing here. Allow it to be fresh. Show me Two of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Message. Why do you want me to say this? Seven of Swords in the reversed and Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Page of Wands. All right, I'll say it. Knight of Cups. The last thing I'll say here is one of you, maybe both of you, but at least one of you has been catastrophizing in such a deep sense that they're not enough, like that they're not a provider, and they are. Perhaps the masculine had such a great example of how a man is supposed to show up for a woman, or how partners show up for each other, or how a household should be run or something. Maybe he had a really good example or a really bad example. But whatever it is, he's trying to live up to some type of expectation for a family legacy. And he's nervous. What has kept him blocked, Two of Swords, from really having a feminine join him or a partner join him, is this fear that he doesn't have enough to give or that he doesn't measure up. There's a fear of incompetence here. Ten of Wands reversed, but he's releasing this and giving a Knight of Cups to the Empress that he truly, truly wishes for and truly wants to be with, who he truly wants to build a home surrounding the feminine energy. He wants to build a home around you and around your love. I see this dude carrying wood in the, what? I see this dude carrying like logs of wood in the woods. That came out weird. I see him carrying logs of tree. I see him carrying tree logs in the woods. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is. All right. King of Swords, but I said it. Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. I'm going to end it now. It brings us back to the beginning. So, the final message I'll say here is something that I heard a friend say recently, in that love, Ace of Cups here, it's not so brainy, right? You know, sometimes, and I guess the blessing of love really is that it's not only logical. And there's a man here who has been very logical for a very long time. Not necessarily a bad thing, but he's an intellectual. He's a philosopher. He's someone who likes things to be lined up as 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's learning that the feelings and the connection that he feels towards you cannot only be interpreted through his mental space. Love isn't always so intellectualized, it isn't always so cerebral. In fact, the two of you may be more of like sapiosexuals in a way, if that resonates for you. Oh, yeah, I said I was going to end it. My bad. Yeah, 5 of Wands, Page of Cups in the reverse. Let me tell you, he's been fighting some deep feelings. He's been fighting some deep feelings. King of Cups here in the Devil reversed. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to end it, Most High. Queen of Swords. 7 of Swords in the reversed. 6 of Wands. Interesting. King of Swords. So here the two of you now come out as a couple here. Page of Swords. Page of Cups. I'm going to put that in the upright. Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands. Very attracted to you. Is that it? Judgment. Yep. The Star. Okay. This is the last message I'm going to provide here for you today. It's an interesting dynamic here between the two of you, Queen of Swords and King of Swords, because you've also shown up as the High Priest and the Priestess here. It's like the both of you are very strong communicators, intellectualizers, strategists, problem solvers, fixer-uppers, so to speak. And it's interesting to see how two intellectualizers are managing or handling falling in love when it's not supposed to be so cerebral. This person, this masculine, feels like he literally cannot explain feeling so attracted to you. And you have taken him by surprise with your intelligence as well and how you communicate yourself. He feels like in some ways you show up as a Queen of Wands, maybe a bit tempting, a bit seductive, maybe you turn him on a bit. But then it comes, to you having this intellect like hidden in your back pocket, 7 of Swords reverse 6 of Wands, that you allow to take center stage when it comes to you stepping into the role of a Queen of Swords. I just feel here like Page of Swords, Page of Cups, King of Swords, like he has been watching you and he likes you. So now the next step is allowing that likeness, that levity, that love, that lightheartedness, the trusting of each other, the seeing, the witnessing of each other, Page of Swords, to happen. Judgment, 6 of Wands, as your love now grows. Ace of Pentacles, the Star, 10 of Cups. I'm going to close out the energy of this reading Thank you, Most High Divine Creator, Source, One of all things, at the highest frequency of love, for this download and for the messages I have received on this day across my spiritual, physical, and psychic gifts. Thank you for the wellnesses that I have inherited across all timelines and across all bloodlines. Our wellness prevails, our sanctity prevails, our purity of love and light prevails. Glory be to the highest Creator of all things for these supreme blessings and for the supreme blessing of this love, this union which stands so strong, so brilliant, so deep, so loving, so fulfilling. It is such a wealth, it is such a nourishment, and we give so much gratitude for this miracle and for this blessing as it approaches and as it comes to the feminine. We empower the masculine energy to take the lead and to also take the lead on their emotional intelligence and in their expressions of their emotions and feelings towards the feminine. Thank you for this divine union, highest creator of all things. I close out the portals I have been looking within and through and across all timelines. Glory be, and thank you for the preservation of this love. Okay. All right, y'all, that's it. I hope that this message has been helpful for you. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can check out the information in my description box. That is wonderful. I will try to come back on momentarily. I'm starting to become like more popular in my professional life. And so I'm trying to make sure that I find good work-life balance here while also being in love. So I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for joining me at Anonnie's Temple, the Temple of the High Priestess. And y'all be good. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Y'all be good. See you. Bye.